The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 9 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships from Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Greece, Pennfield, Fairport, and Canandaigua. Online at visionauto.com. Hello everyone and welcome to the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Thanks for joining us. Every week at this time we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County. We begin with our honor roll of high school teams. At number 3 this week, the McQuaid hockey team, which is 13-1 by the way. The Knights beat Baldwinsville behind a 3-goal game for Michael Campbell and 5 assists from Jack Dugan. At number 2, we believe that every team should win at least once during the season. The Greece Lightning hockey team is in the win column. The Arcadia Olympia knocked off Geneva for their first win of the season. And at number 1, same deal. The Spencerport boys basketball team beat Gates Chili. It was the Rangers' first win of this year. They didn't win a game all of last season. That victory snapped a 30-game losing streak. Zakiah Owen scored 22 for the victorious Rangers. Which brings us to Clover Lanes, home of the high school bowlers, which won't be for much longer. Kim Burnson has our story.
Home, a word that carries so many different meanings. For most, it's a place of gathering with family and friends, and for the parents, students, and coaches of Monroe County Bowling, home is Clover Lanes.
This is where Section 5 bowling happens. Every Monday and Friday this year. It used to be Monday and Wednesday. For the past 13 years, Section 5 bowling has happened here. I have that personal attachment because this is where I began, and this is where I have built my team.
Owned by the same group since 1957, Clover Lanes has a long-standing history in the Rochester community. From hosting PBA tour stops in the 60s to its development of professional bowlers to the high school program, there's an atmosphere you find here unlike any other.
If you take most varsity matches across the nation, you're going to have 2 teams, boys and boys and girls, and they're stuck in a corner in traditionally an empty bowling center. Where here today we'll have 36 teams competing with the parents and the spectators and all that energy. It's just incredible the energy that's in this building.
Pro shop operator and former Athena assistant coach Brad Buckert watched his own kids grow up in the unique Monroe County program.
It is like a regular sporting event indoors. I mean, literally it's bowling, but it's kind of like hockey where you would go to an arena and watch bowling, like a football game outside, go to a stadium and watch. I mean, you can barely move in this place. So I think the total impact it's been great for the kids. And then the parents get to spend the time with their kids to watch. And for the bowling business, it's just a good thing to have it all together in one area.
Despite the popularity of Clover Lanes, its unmatched energy, and it's serving as a place of growth to so many high school teams throughout the years, the bowling business has fallen on hard times. And with that comes the difficult decision to sell, an offer GM Dave Meyer says they couldn't walk away from.
Now today with soccer going year-round, lacrosse going year-round, baseball goes year-round. I mean, all these things, we're all competing for the same dollars.
In spring of 2016, the Monroe County Bowling League will look to continue its growth, only this time at a new home, one undetermined. Clover Lanes, a place where so many memories were made, will be closing its doors in hopes of relocation elsewhere.
From an ownership perspective, it's probably great. As an employee, not knowing what our future is has been extremely difficult. We've been through a year now, still hoping to relocate the business. We've got another 14 months in this location, and hopefully we'll be able to relocate and open up another bowling center someplace. But So going through that this next year is going to be tough as well because we don't know what we'll be doing.
For most involved with the long-standing program, the toughest challenge comes with saying goodbye to what they call home, without a clear vision of what's in store for the future.
The rumors are swirling. I don't really have a sense of what is going to happen for next year. I am going to miss this, and I'm going to miss seeing all of the bowlers out there and getting to know other team bowlers and other team coaches as well as I know them now.
It's getting harder every day. At first, when I was told about it, yeah, that's great, we'll move on and someone, and open up something new. But especially at one point, we were looking at being out of here this April, and it was like, do I want to be here or don't I? I don't know. So it'll all work out. It'll work out.
Kim returns later on with our Making the Grade segment. Up next, the big girls, when the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat continues. Welcome back to the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Time now for our honor roll of high school athletes. Our top three for the week just finished. At number 3, the Brighton Divers. Senior Scott Lazaroff, wrapping up his career seeking a 3rd straight sectional championship, on his way to Auburn on scholarship, won the Monroe County 11 Dive Invitational. His teammate Corey Nees finished 2nd. At number 2, the first of a couple of basketball buzzer beaters. On the girls' side, Hilton's Cameron Grotman hit a 3-pointer in double overtime to beat Greece Athena 69-68. The cadets are 9-1. And at number 1 for the boys, it was Soda's James Barron beating a buzzer with a layup to top Monroe 72-71. That kept the Silverhawks unbeaten at 12-0. Which brings us to Pennfield, where a championship caliber girls basketball game featured the Battle of the Big Girls. This was a big-time showdown between 2 of the top girls basketball teams in the section. Rush Henrietta was 10-0. Well, after losing its season opener to Hilton, Pennfield rattled off 7 straight wins and was defending a 38-game home court victory streak. It was also a chance for the county's 2 best big girls to have at it. Pennfield's Emma Guy, a 6'3" junior, against Rush Henrietta's 6'2" senior, Dana Watts.
Yes, it is special. Emma's a really great player, and I enjoyed playing against her, so it was good.
She can shoot from the outside. I think she hit a 3-point shot tonight, which I think surprised a lot of people. Didn't really surprise me too much because I know she can make those shots. Working her a little bit further away from the basket, working on her footwork inside. She's very versatile, so we can put her on the wing and we can put her in the post, which gives some teams a little bit of difficulty. Who are you going to pull out? And then that might open up some things for Emily Nessler on the inside.
Early on, Pennfield and Guy were getting the better of Watts and Rush. The Patriots scored the game's first 8 points and owned a 12-2 lead early.
We had trouble getting her the ball early on, and I got a couple other girls that can contribute, but you also got to make sure she gets her touches, and that's going to allow some things to kind of open up for some of the other kids with some easier shots.
Like Watts, Guy, who transferred from Wayne County as a sophomore and played on Pennfield's Section 5 championship volleyball team, has a great all-around game. And the Patriots have the personnel to take full advantage of her versatility.
I just want to create things. I want to drive and I want to kick it out, and I want people to have more shots on this team.
Because you're not a shoot-first player, are you?
No, not really. We usually emphasize about either have 5 or 6 passes before shooting, or like drive first and then kick it out, and then that will create better options.
The ceiling's really high for Emma. She's very athletic. She's stepping out. We're trying to get her doing a lot of different things. As you say, we'll put her up top on the press break. We just plays the middle of our 1-3-1, and we weren't able to play it as much today because it's harder to rebound out of, because it's harder to find bodies, and Rush has a lot of bodies. But, she anchors the defense, and we look for her down low. She does a lot. She really makes up for a lot of mistakes. It allows our team to be aggressive.
Both Watts and Guy are headed east eventually. Dana will play at American International next year, a Division II program in Boston. while Guy accepted a scholarship to attend Boston College after next year.
It's a dream. Like, I can't believe it at all. Like, when Boston College gave me a scholarship, I honestly couldn't believe it. I'm doing something I love, and I get to carry it on throughout my college years, and it'll just be great.
Guy got in second half foul trouble and wound up with a 15-point game. The Comets climbed back into the contest. Watts had a big second half and wound up with a dominant 31-point performance.
I want to get my outside game more. I played a little on the wing, get my dribbling skills up, so it'd be easier to make moves going towards the basket, things like that.
And the coach noted you hit a three-pointer today.
Yes, I did. It was in the moment. I know I can shoot them, and I had a lot of confidence in the game, and it went well.
Rush Henrietta came from behind to win 54-47 to remain undefeated.
We didn't really talk about Dana, Emma. We talked about what we had to do to prepare with Rush, and that was keep the ball out of high post and rebound. And when we were able to do that, we were successful. When we weren't, they were successful. They're a very good team. It's a veteran team, very experienced. They know how to finish out games like that. You guys bought us.
Making the Grade is next. Later on, we visit Mount Pittsford in our all-sports high school game of the week when the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat continues.
We're back. I'm Kim Burnson. Thanks for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. It's time now for our Making the Grade segment, where we honor high school athletes for their performance both on and off the playing field. This week we head to Churchville Chi-Li, where senior Jessica Hyde is making the grade. Well known for her leadership in athletics, Jessica is a captain of all 3 of her varsity teams. She trains throughout the entire school year and into the summer with soccer, basketball, and lacrosse. While practices, games, and workouts keep her busy, she doesn't let it cut into her other activities. Jessica is involved in both NHS and the Foreign Language Honor Society. She's a member of the Foreign Language Club and takes great pride in the Math League. When she's not competing in local meets, you can find her after school tutoring her classmates as a peer tutor where she specializes in math. Outside the classroom, Jessica enjoys giving time to her community. She volunteers through her local church, helping with various community projects and food donation. She's also currently a volunteer basketball coach for kindergarten through 2nd graders and runs a girls' basketball camp during the summer. For her drive to help others succeed in the classroom and in the community, this week Churchville's Jessica Hyde is making the grade. If you have a nomination in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want to hear from you. You can contact us at info@classywolf.com. I'm Kim Burnson. Here's Bill with a look at our Section 5 calendar.
It's kind of a soft week in Section 5. We'll start Thursday when our Nordic skiers reconvene at Bristol Mountain for a 4:30 meet. On Friday, there's a West Side swim meet. Spencerport hosts the MCCI Winter Classic. These programs tend to get a little overshadowed. Brockport, Hilton, Greece, Gates, and the hosting Rangers will take part. On Saturday, the big event is the Greater Rochester Cheer Championships. At the Blue Cross Arena, it's an all-day event. Just some of what's on the Section 5 calendar this week. Coming up, we ski in our all-sports high school game of the week when the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat continues. Welcome back to the Vision Automotive Group's high school sports beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Cold and snow in western New York, it's part of life here. Some of us tolerate it, others embrace it in our all-sports high school game of the week.
Go! You got 3 minutes.
It wasn't always like this. 2 and 3 years ago this month, there was no snow in Rochester. Cross-country skiers fell victim to the effects of global warming. But proving that the weather is still somewhat cyclical, the snow and the skiers are back at Mount Pittsford.
You know, 3 degrees when this meet began. Is that too cold, or is it good here today, or what?
No, it's really, really good. It's not too cold at all. The biggest thing here is that the wind has subsided. if there was wind here, you'd be really, really cold. But at 3 degrees, that's fine. That's what we expect for Nordic skiing.
Mount Pittsford doubles as the Barker Road Middle School, host of the annual Pittsford 1 kilometer sprints. More than 200 skiers took part in the 4-round elimination event. There was a timed qualifier which seeds the top 36. It's the last time stopwatches are used. After that, the competition is strictly by placement. The original 36 qualifiers, boys and girls, ski head-to-head, 6 across. 6 is really the magic number here. Those 6 quarterfinal races each advance 2 to the semis. Those 12 skiers race head-to-head to advance 6, the number again, into the championship sprint. That produces a champion. There's actually very little drama attached to the process, however. Those skiers with the low bib numbers, the fastest qualifiers, invariably win. It's the nature of racing. The results are almost always predeterminable. The plus to the format is almost everyone here gets to race at least twice, and they all seem to have a great time.
All right, looking good. Nice.
I love it. Sprints are a lot of fun because there's so many opportunities to just get out there and try your best, and I don't know, it's fun just to see who's here.
Sarah's a product of the HFL Nordic Ski Machine. There was one quarterfinal race that featured 6 HFL skiers exclusively. This is their game. And there are some reasons for that. HFL doesn't field an indoor track team, which tends to siphon off many of the best potential skiers at other schools. Bernie Gardner, the track and cross-country coach at HFL, is also the Nordic ski honcho. His runners ski, his skiers run. The word is passed along by Bernie's daughter-in-law, Jenna, early.
We go out, and I mean, like I said, I'm a 6th grade teacher, and I was a phys ed major in high school or in college, and so sports and athletics and being outdoors, you know, no matter what that sport is, I want to see kids being active.
I used to ask her if I could go ski with the team when I was in 6th grade, but I wasn't old enough, so she had me just ski around, and we had a ski club, and it was a lot of fun, yeah.
There are 8 participating high schools in Nordic skiing, all from the east side. Irondequoit represents the far west here. None enjoy HFL's level of success, but they are making some progress.
We've recently added a modified team, which has really helped a lot. We actually train at the middle school, and our numbers are very good, and the team spirit is way up there. I think there's really a camaraderie among all of the skiers in this sport because it's kind of a misunderstood sport, and so you'll find yourself cheering for any skier out here regardless of what team they're skiing for.
You call it misunderstood. What do you mean by that?
I think a lot of people, for me personally, when I first got involved in the sport in the early 80s, I thought it was just people like walking on skis at a golf course. I didn't realize how fast you could go on skis, and I think if more people understood just how gifted these athletes are and how fast they really move on these skis, they would see what a beautiful sport it is.
Pennfield scored a moral victory by placing senior Tim Dunn in the championship race. He wound up 5th.
It's great that we have a smaller team. We get more team bonding, get to know everyone a lot better.
What do you like most about this sport?
It's hard work, but you feel great once the race is over.
The winners were indeed predictable. Sarah Erkvitz, the girl who wanted to ski as a 6th grader, won and will dominate Nordic skiing on the girls' side this year. On the boys' side, Ryan Young is proving to be close to unbeatable.
As I've progressed through the sport, I've kept, learning more and more about it, and what I can now tell is, how my technique is holding up and just how my power is. But obviously, coming away with the win is always a success. And also, I think a big thing that isn't always valued in sports is honestly how fun you're having. And I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't having fun. So of course, that's always a success.
Pittsford will be hosting a duathlon this coming Saturday, which involves changing skis in the middle of the race. That's also at the Barker Road Middle School, Pittsford Mountain, this coming Saturday.
Thanks to our sponsors with the Vision Automotive Group. They make the Sports Beat possible.
As do you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.